balanced, objective, incisive. And by incisive, we mean penetrating analysis of news headlines. Of course, without miniaturizing the fact or exaggerating the details. You know what and where the platform is. It's conversation. And anytime you have the duo of Tola and Bimbo, rest assured the time is right and the house is set. It's conversation.
Conversation.
Yes, another edition of Conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 right here in the city of Ibadan. Yes, conversation has to do with we at this end giving you stories from across the country, stories making headlines, stories making the rounds across the country and over the shores of the country, giving our own views, opinions and advice on these stories, and of course making it possible for you to give your own views and advice and opinions on these stories that we have dished out or that we will dish out to you via the phone lines when the time is ripe. The program is Conversation and of course networking with Okeogun 96.3 FM and Agility 92.1 FM. Okeogun, that is Alaga, Agility Gambali in Ogbomosho. The program is Conversation. My name is Bimbo Akombi. And of course, you can check us up on Facebook, BCOS TV. You will meet us there. Nobody beats the rich. No station beats the rich. Conversation is the program. Bimbo Akombi is my name once again. And yes, stories making the rounds, like I said. And yes, so many stories are making the rounds today, this morning, the 19th day of November 2025. Yes, I have the Punch and the Tribune here, and yes, stories, the main story making the round. The main story making the round, PDP's day of tear gas chaos. Yes, well, this is all has been shrouded in a lot of controversies in the past 1 month or thereabouts. Now, yesterday there was a chaotic situation in Abuja, the National Secretariat of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, following the Ibadan National Convention in organized by the PDP, yes, in Ibadan, and hosted by Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State. PDP's day of tear gas chaos. PDP, Governor Makinde was in Abuja yesterday. I was watching the visuals. He was in the Wadata Plaza. The expelled Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike, also stormed the arena, and there was chaos. Now, PDP's day of tear gas chaos, Makinde, Bala Mohammed, Wike, and others clash over Wadata Plaza. Day is about to break for a new PDP and for our democracy, says Governor Makinde of Oyo State. Enough is enough. PDP does not belong to one person, says Bala. And new party leadership thanks Nigerians for supporting democracy. Wike-backed faction expels Turaki, Mohammed, Makinde, Bode George, others. Dissolves Oyo, Ekiti, Bauchi, Lagos, ESCOs. Yes, that is for the PDP story. Now, this one says, talking about the kidnappings here, Kebbi school kidnap, survivors relive night of horror. Yes, talking about the kidnap of 25 schoolgirls That was a day before yesterday. That is also in the news. And again, ASU accuses federal government of non-readiness to meet demands. Well, we'll bring you stories, details, and we'll give you analysis and views of these few headlines that I've just brought to you after this short timeout. Please stay with us.
Conversation.
Yes, the program is still Conversation on OLUYOLEFM 98.5 right here in the city of Ibadan. Tola, yes, I thought you were in Abuja yesterday. Yes, and that you also took some chicken and
no, I wasn't.
In the Wadata Plaza.
A tear gas was being served, not chicken.
Okay, yes.
Though I wasn't there. But I wasn't served tear gas. Well then, so Bimbo, who is in charge of the PDP?
That is the question. Yes, that is the question now. That is the question. We don't know. Yes, a convention was held, and yes, results came out. The winners were announced.
Some people were expelled.
Some people were expelled. One camp, yes, was expelled, led by the Grand Master Planner, the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike, and he did not say a word, but his camp members were talking then. Now, another issue came yesterday. Governor Makinde was at Abuja yesterday at the Wadata Plaza. Yes, the normal procedure, but Minister Wike was waiting for him, and there was chaos. It was an afternoon of tear gas.
So the role of the police in the melee that ensued at Wadata Plaza, now were they there to make sure there is no serious breakdown of law and order, or were they there to help a particular faction take over Wadata Plaza?
Yes,
it's not very clear.
Yes, that was what was not clear to me too, because one of my guests during my program yesterday on Matters Arising said, what were the police doing at that arena at that time? And I said, maybe.
And on whose invitation?
And I was also informed that it was the IGP, the Inspector General of Police, that ordered them to be at that arena, because they foresaw that something would happen.
So let's assume that the IGP was only doing his job,
yes,
as the #1 law enforcement officer of the country, and he had to prevent chaos. He has to prevent breakdown of law and order.
Yes.
So let's assume that that's why the policemen were there to keep the order, and maybe things would have been much worse if they hadn't been there.
Yes.
But then it could also be that maybe, because I don't know who eventually won the battle for the takeover of Wadata Plaza yesterday. I would have felt much better if none of the factions have been allowed in until we get a clear picture of what exactly is happening and who exactly is in charge. that would have kind of put more confidence Nigerians in the role of the police in this matter. Because now, like I said, we are not sure. Maybe time and the law will tell who exactly is in charge of the soul of the PDP. However, the Wicked faction also says that they have expelled Turaki, Mohammed, Makinde, Bode George, others. And they also say that they have dissolved the Oyo, Ekiti, Bauchi, and Lagos schools. If this party goes into elections like this, well, I do not know, Bimbo, I do not know.
No, it will, it definitely shows that if it goes into the elections like this, if they don't put their house in order now, well, we know it is obvious. You remember when there was the NRC and PDP in Lagos State? The SDP then Social Democratic Party, had people with them. Yes, people supported the SDP, but there were, you know, altercations, various problems within the SDP in Lagos State then. When they went into the elections, people wanted to vote for that particular candidate, but because of the problems that they had, yes, they just switched to the NRC, that is the opposition. That was when I think Michael Otedola emerged governor of Lagos State then. I do not want this. Well, people may not want this to happen to the PDP. Stakeholders will not want this to happen to the PDP. And yes, and a PDP stalwart in Oyo State and a former House of Assembly member who was at my program yesterday also said it, and he also he is even blaming the PDP for not putting its house in order. Yes.
All right, national security now, and the update on the Kebbi school children's abduction. The wife of the murdered vice principal is narrating how her husband was killed. And
was she there?
Well, I think they were living on the school premises.
Okay.
So she said the man was killed in a room in their house and not in the school hostel. I think the attack happened in the night. And then UNICEF firstly condemned attack, demand students release. Well, I'm beginning to see the same old pattern, long drawn discussions, national discourse on this. And
despite the president's directive.
I have my fears, Bimbo. I hope it doesn't also end up
like the Chibok
case, where these girls were there for years and some of them came back as mothers. All right, the widow of Vice Principal, Government Girls Comprehensive Senior School, Maga, Kebbi State, 25 students were abducted by bandits on Monday. Amina Azan on Tuesday revealed that one bullet fired by one of the hoodlums ended the life of her husband, Makuku Hassan. Narrating her ordeal during the attack, she also said her husband was killed inside their room and not in the hostel, as it was earlier reported. She declared that the invaders, who wore military camouflage, stormed their residence around 3:30 a.m. on Monday when they were sleeping. But I was awake when I heard some strange sounds. I was thinking it was goats. Then I heard a noise and someone was trying to enter the house. I woke up my husband. He was asleep. Behold, they were already in our room. On sighting the invaders, he started reciting Allah Akbar, Inanilai, Wainai. Oh,
you are not a Muslim.
Yes, it's normally recited for the dead. That's what Inanilai, Wainai, well, that's something that is recited when people die. I know that much.
Yes.
So I don't know if the man knew he was going to die. But one of the bandits just fired at him. He slumped and died. And that's according to the wife's narrative. I made an effort to touch him, but the bandits warned me if I moved an inch, they would kill me too. I told them to leave me alone. They killed the father of my children, and just then my daughter came and they started engaging her, asking her to give them money, but she told them there's no money in the house. It was then I opened the door and went out of the house, trying to move to my neighbor's house. On my way, I realized the bandits had surrounded the house. I don't know what to say right now. My husband is gone. My happiness is gone. My everything is gone. The father of my kids is gone. I took Army staff, as usual, another ordering troops to rescue the abducted girls alive.
As usual. As usual. And well, we hope that's what.
Well, this time around, it's yet another national embarrassment for the country, and this time they cannot afford to look away. I mean, the Baba Riga swinging politicians now. So, and like I said, they must begin to look within themselves, within their ranks, for the perpetrators of these acts. I was discussing with a senior colleague yesterday, and I expressed my views on how sad it is for me that the security agencies in this part of the world, they pledge their blind and unalloyed, complete 100% comprehensive loyalty to the CNC and the politicians in authority, rather than country first. So even where they see that those that are supposed to be running the affairs of this country, the politicians, so the Baba Riga swinging ones, like I said, are the ones that sponsor these evils, and they do have quite a lot of intelligence. I mean, some intelligence on some of these elements within the rank and file of the political elite, but then they cannot do anything because their loyalty is sworn first and foremost to them rather than to the Nigerian people. So even where they see these things in advanced crimes, the law permits you, the head of security agencies, to move against any official who is seen to be working against the interest of the state, against state security, and that carries very severe consequences, but not in our crime. So they will keep quiet, they will look away, they will present the intelligence reports. I told you the story of a particular former head of DSS, the man, I've forgotten his name, it was from Cross River. And then he was summoned during the Jonathan era to come and explain why Boko Haram continues to get the upper hand in the heat of the Boko Haram crisis. And they told them point blank, it was at a closed door hearing, but they told them point blank that some of you here are sponsors of Boko Haram. Of course, they were very angry, and then
they were shocked,
they started telling him that they said he was talking nonsense. Well, he watched them, kept quiet, when everything died down. He just asked one question. He said, should I start listing names? Should I start mentioning names?
I can't remember.
Okay. They now said that the money they were giving to Boko Haram was meant for protection fees. They said it is meant to protect their people in their respective constituencies. So that Boko Haram would not harm their people. They called it protection fee, and they said it wasn't sponsorship. And the man told them that it's that kind of money that they used to procure arms. So for you to know that it's not small money.
Yes. So that means they, well, like you always say, they all know about this problem, this Boko Haram, this banditry, these criminals perpetrating criminal acts on their people.
So those who are encouraging Mr. Trump to come calling, to come launch air strikes against the location of the bandits, even that will be frustrated if we do not take care of this problem that I'm talking about. There's just about as much as Mr. Trump can do. He can only cut off the head. He will not eliminate the monster. So he will launch the air strikes that is cutting off the head of the snake. Go, then another head will grow again. That is what we so until we eliminate the snake completely, the poisonous snake completely, and that is by weeding out their sponsors, cutting off the rest of their supply of weapons, of their supply of finances, which we know, and what the government keeps telling that they refuse to do anything about it. The accounts of I like to take you to that memory lane again, Bimbo. The bank accounts being used by Boko Haram for a very long time, those bank accounts were identified, and yet the government allowed those accounts to continue running until I think it was much later towards the tail end of the Jonathan administration that the government now decided to freeze those accounts. Those accounts were identified and they left it running.
Yes.
And then when these people buy weapons, those who sell weapons to you, they do not collect hard currency from you. That money is wired. It's wired through some banks.
Yes.
And yet they will say we do not know them.
And the banks, they have the, there are some people inside those banks that know about this arrangement. And
those are identified by the Turkish government some time ago. Only when the Nigerian government will publish their names tomorrow and let Nigerians know them tomorrow. Some of them are in prime positions in government. So that's why I keep saying that we do not need the Americans if we know what we are doing. It's because we don't know what we are doing, and it's because we continue to fool ourselves. We continue to live in a fool's paradise, and the Americans also know this.
Yes.
So when the Americans come, I think they should also go after, if indeed they want to come, they should first of all go after these people. Yes. After all, they went to arrest the whole president of a nation.
Yes.
Panama, Noriega. And right now they are threatening the Venezuelan leader too. That they might just come for him. So if they love us that much, they should begin by helping us to get rid of these elements. Since we have refused to do it ourselves, these elements that are sponsoring these people, these elements that have opened our borders to them, these elements that have been facilitating the movement of money, curious movement of money through our banks and the banking sector too. I think it's high time. Their role in terrorism sponsorship, in facilitating terrorism, I think it's high time everyone begins to seriously look at this too.
Well, like you said, yes, you have said it all. There is information that one of the schoolgirls, had escaped. Yes, one of them escaped. Escaped, but we don't know what her fate will be. It will be, she will escape. They will have taken them inside one bush, and she escaped, and well, we hope she gets to her destination, alive and well.
And of course, the girl would have probably have information, of course, as to the location.
Yes, but then the location, they will move, because if they discover that she escaped, they will move to another location. And well, that Kebbi raid is part of a broader pattern of insecurity in northern Nigeria. Yes, like we always say, we are bandits and former herders frequently clash with farming communities and target schools, travelers, and remote villages. Well, the remaining abducted girls remain unaccounted for as security teams continue their search. We hope they get these girls, and like you said, we hope it does not end up like the Chibok girls saga then.
Like Chibok, like this incident too, because I've been wondering, as I did wonder during the Chibok case, so many young school girls being moved at the same time, and the story doesn't tell us that these people came with trucks or vehicles or a bus or anything. So being moved along this, so even at that time of the morning,
I think they walk. Yes. And so they can't carry them on bikes.
And probably, when they took them to the bush, before they got to the bush, they must have walked through communities. Yes. And I refuse to believe for a state like that is being troubled by insecurity, that military checkpoints will not be at strategic points near the school environment. So they walked and nobody saw them, nobody saw anything until they got into the bush. And the alarm was raised when they broke. And they broke very quickly in that part of the country anyway.
Yes.
So, but let's have another commercial break and we'll be back.
Line not moving. Sorry, ma. The network is a bit slow.
Don't lose customers to long queues. With the First Money Merchant POS, every checkout is fast, reliable, and instantly settled.
Finally, quick and easy.
Get your First Money Merchant POS now on www.firstbanknigeria.com/get your POS or at any First Bank branch close to you. First Bank, you first.
èyíkéyìí ọkọ̀ tó bá ń wà. onílọ àbò tó péye. máa dágunlá jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile. kíbikíbi tó bá wà ló fún ojúlówó. bóyá sọ pé. jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile. mobile ní ṣúlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́. jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile. lọ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó. jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile.
TS Charity ẹni fẹ́ ṣàríyá o gbogbo ẹni fẹ́ ṣàjọ̀dún àbẹ́ni fẹ́ ṣèpàdé o gbogbo ẹni fẹ́ ṣènáwó BCOS event grand òun yẹn máa bọ̀ BCOS event grand òun ló kájọ ẹ̀ fún gbogbo ayẹyẹ èyí tẹ́yìn bá fẹ́ ṣe BCOS event grand òun yẹn máa bọ̀ o. bóyá wá gbé mi débẹ̀ yóò ilé akéde bóyá wá gbé mi débẹ̀ yóò BCOS event grand. BCOS event grand níbi tílẹ̀ ti tẹ́jú àyè ìgbọ́kọ̀sí ń bẹ ìyẹn pọ̀ jaburata BCOS event grand ìyẹn nílé akéde oríta Báṣọ̀run nílùú Ìbàdàn BCOS event grand òun yẹn máa bọ̀ o. ohun tá à ń sọ ni pé fónírúurú ayẹyẹ tẹ́yìn bá fẹ́ ṣe ó ti wù kó fẹjú tó BCOS event grand òun ló kájú ẹ̀ òun ló káàtó ṣókùn àgbàlẹ̀ yìí fẹ́ ṣe ni tàbí ìgbéyàwó tàbí birthday tàbí open year crusade ó sì jẹ́ book launch ní tiyín ni ẹ máa bọ̀ ẹ̀yẹ sáti kàn sí wa ní yàrá kẹrin commercial department BCOS ilé akéde tàbí kẹ́ ẹ pè sórí BCOS customer care line tololong 0915-870-3300 BCOS event grant ilé àríyá fáwọn tó mọ bó ṣe ń lọ.
Conversation. All right, we're back. It's good to know you're still there. The program is still Conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM.
President Tinubu dispatched the Vice President Shetima to Kebbi State to meet the grieving families of the school girls.
As always.
Abducted from a boarding school in Maga. And he also promised that government is working to ensure their safe and swift return. And, well, he said there was an intelligence report. He said this is just as he said the abduction took place despite intelligence warnings of a possible strike by the bandits.
So that's why that it means they knew this was going to happen. And yet they let it happen. Then the usuals.
Yes.
We are on top of it. Security agents have been directed to rescue the girls. The vice president has been dispatched
to visit the families.
I see the vice president Babadiga who carry them in his Babadiga and bring them back to their parents. Nigerians are tired of this rhetorics. Even if you want to visit what we want to hear within the next 2 or almost 3 days is that the girls have been returned. Either you use force, either you use lethal force against the bandits, either you negotiate. What is important is that the girls should be returned unarmed. We don't want a repeat of Chibok. We don't want a repeat of Lea Sharibu. Christians facing genocide in northern Nigeria, Middle Belt, can break silence and welcomes U.S. intention to help end killings in security. That's coming from CAN, the Christian Association of Nigeria.
And this one says, United States envoy Nicki Minaj declared killings in Nigeria. And police confirmed 2 killed, 1 injured in Kwara church attack. Again in Kwara State.
And like I said, why this time? Talking about the Kwara church attack, giving a dog a bad name to hang it. Some people are just wanting to put a stamp on them. It could be political. We said it yesterday that some people wanted to put a stamp on this narrative of Christian genocide in Nigeria, just to discredit the current administration. We must look beyond our emotions. We must look beyond our sentiments. We must look beyond issues of religion. Like I said, giving the dog a bad name to hang it, and of course, like I said yesterday, the attack on the KB school, ISWAP wanting to make a statement that it is still very much on ground, and that despite whatever gains, they want to tell the whole world. I mean, whoever is sponsoring or perpetrating these acts, they want to tell the whole world that the efforts of the government is not working. So it could be political. It could also be political. Let us, for once, look beyond the issue of religious genocide and look at other possibilities. That these things, it could be the work of desperate politicians who just want to make a statement to say that whoever is in charge of the affairs of the nation at this moment shouldn't be there. I know. Towards 2027, there was this also this narrative, and we also read it yesterday, that when it's near general elections, that's when we begin to have an escalation of this kind of things. And so, as I said, that was another angle of looking at things, the possibility that those who want to unseat the current administration might also be sponsoring these things to create that discontent among Nigerians, especially they want the Christian population to feel unsafe and to feel not fairly treated under the current dispensation.
Well, the Kwara State Police Command had confirmed the suspected bandits that killed at least 2 people and injured 1 during the attacks. In that, I think it is a border town between Kwara State and Ekiti State.
It doesn't matter. Even if the church is just a community church, just a shed with a few people attending, the fact that it was Christians that was attacked, that is exactly what the sponsors of that particular attack want to achieve, to put a stamp on that narrative yes, that Christians have been attacked again. So no matter how small, border church or no border church, a church is a church. It is still a church that was attacked.
At the same time, that was what now our President Donald Trump was acting on information that Christians are being killed in Nigeria.
So and you wonder why, like I said, why this time another attack on the church, just to by the perpetrators now, by the perpetrators of that act, those who want to destabilize the country for whatever purpose. So they would again sponsor yet another attacks like that they've been sponsoring before, just to put the stamp on that evil narrative.
Yes. Now, going to the altercation between former President Olusegun Obasanjo and former Governor Ayodele Fayose of Ogun State during an occasion where President Obasanjo gave some statements, made some statements, negative statements against the former Governor Ayodele Fayose, and the former governor also replied in a very, very heavy way. And now, some traditional rulers, a traditional ruler in Ogun State, has taught the Ulu of Orile Kenta in Ogun State about Dr. Adetokunbo Tejosho on Tuesday lambasted former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose over the insulting thank you message he sent to former President Olusegun Obasanjo on Monday. Obatejosho's statement, titled A Royal Rebuke to Ayo Fayose, condemned the Fayose's remarks as unguarded, uncultured, and unwarranted, warning that the ex-governor would have to contend with the law of karma in the near future. And Fayose had on Monday lampooned Obasanjo over the remarks he made during that occasion, and which we believe that he invited former President Obasanjo to.
Well, Bimbo, it was Baba that first insulted Mr. Fayose,
yes,
and almost ruined his day,
yes,
at the birthday party. But then, like we said yesterday, we must not, no matter the level of provocation, as Africans, we must not lose track of our identity, of who we are. So, if only Mr. Fayose had held his peace, it is Baba that people will now be lampooning. That traditional ruler now that is lampooning Mr. Fayose, probably it would have been castigating Baba for going to that occasion to ruin the happy day of his host. But now Mr. Fayose has decided to fight his battle himself, and is not very likely to have much sympathy, at most divided sympathy, but he's not likely to have so much sympathy as he would have had if he had held his peace. So, like I said, he reacted in a fit of anger, and I'm sure even the one that issued that statement on his behalf is media person. Even if the man had told him that oh God, this is too harsh, he wouldn't have listened.
Yes.
So he went ahead to lampoon Baba, and then Baba is an elder. He's wise. Baba, of course, Baba knows what will be his reaction. Baba can predict him. And he did exactly what Baba knew that he would do. Sure, he did exactly what Baba wanted him to do. So by coming out like that, so Baba, of course, Baba will now play the victim.
So what is Baba Obasanjo? What will be his gain when he knows that he knew what former Governor Fayose would do? So what is his gain? The
gain is letting everybody see that Mr. Fayose is a bad boy. That is the gain. Who doesn't have any regard for elders. That's what Baba wanted to achieve, and he has achieved just that. I think, my opinion here, I think Mr. Fayose has played into his hands.
And then I heard,
because Baba is now playing the victim now.
And I heard that some of his aides had warned Baba not to attend that event, that he knew what would happen.
Yes,
Baba said he will go.
Yes, Baba attended because Baba had a mission. So,
but former Governor Fayose did it too much. Imagine describing former President Obasanjo's comment as irresponsible.
He said
and adding that the 89-year-old ex-president belongs to the zoo.
To the zoo. He said Baba belongs to the zoo. So Bimbo,
it is too much.
So that's why I said Mr. Fayose should have held this peace. Everybody will be on his side. I don't want to say but now, of course, Baba knew that he would play to his hands. And Baba said exactly that you are changeable, that you cannot change.
But the Ugu monarch should also call them. Should also call them the former president to order. Yes.
You know our ways now. If it's going to call him to order, it won't be openly. When they are together one-on-one, Baba, shade down, but you're here. You shouldn't have gone to ruin his birthday party. Well. And the only reason Mr. Fayose did not react,
yes,
he did not react at that because he did not want the day to be completely ruined. So that's why. Well, I don't know.
I think it is good that President Obasanjo returned that money. He said the money was to facilitate his coming to Ekiti.
Well,
I know that is what they will say now. Facilitate.
I'm surprised also that so like I said, it's ever so predictable. He went out told the world that he gave Baba money and Baba should return his money. And of course, Baba knew that he would also say that. So Baba
said he had returned his money already.
And the bag is unopened by him. So I think he should have held his peace. Bimbo, he should have held his peace and then let others do the fighting for him.
Yes, before we open the phone lines, Tinubu gets DSS cleared ambassadorial list. Yes, we have had that. We have that, and he was going to announce some ambassadors to various countries across the world. And yes, he has gotten the DSS cleared list.
And I don't know why it has taken so long to appoint an ambassador. Maybe if we had an ambassador in the United States, just maybe he would have been able to mediate, and it would have gotten to the point that Mr. Trump would be threatening to launch airstrikes on terrorist targets in Nigeria. All right, let's open the phone lines.
0055009850. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Atola, Mr. Bimbo.
Good morning, Mr. John.
John calling from Missouri.
Good to have you,
It has been difficult these days to connect your line. Very, very difficult. Please do something about it.
All right.
On the insecurity in the country, well, I'm afraid it has been politicized. I was saying it some time ago that some certain people, whenever there is a Southern as president, within a year or two, they will find a way to frustrate that Southerner. That day I was talking, as usual, Mr. Tola, you cut me off and you said do well to call us back. It's from your end. I understand very well the ethics of your job. They don't want Southerner to rule. They are born to rule. And when Southerner get there, they frustrate all its efforts. That's what they are doing presently. They did it to Jonathan. Now it's the turn of Tinubu. It's sad and unfortunate. And that time you will have a divided military along ethnicity and religion who will refuse to fight. Well, for those who are saying America should come, I understand their pain and I understand their frustration. I would have wanted it too, but we should be students of history. Where did America put boots on ground and win? They never won anywhere. In Vietnam, Afghanistan, Libya, Iraq, they never won.
Syria.
They left those countries in chaos. What they will do in Nigeria is hit some targets, possibly there will be collateral damage, and when the Northern react by burning down churches, killing Christians, they will leave the country and be watching from far away. So they will trigger a religious war in Nigeria and they will be looking at us. That is what will happen. All we need to do, if truly they want to help us, they should help us in freezing the account of the sponsor of those terrorists. They have the account. They should freeze it and possibly use the proceeds to procure weapons for the Nigerian army. It is possible under United Nations law. So we must not invite them. We must just do what is necessary and we will be fine with it. Secondly, on Ayofayoshi and Baba Obasanjo Fuel, I had the opportunity of speaking with Mama Evangelist yesterday. Why do you watch your husband write such letter to Baba Obasanjo? She told me she was not even aware at all. It is wrong. Having traveled so wide, there is no country that has the kind of respect Yoruba has for elders. No matter the frustration, Fayose should have think before acting. It is wrong to insult an elder in such a way. You will have just ignored Baba. Yoruba man sọ pé ẹ̀mejì là ń dọmọdé when you are young and when you are old. You will have just ignored Baba Obasanjo instead of insulting him. Yes, Obasanjo wants to ruin his day. No matter how the frustration, I think Fauci should have done better. On PDP crisis, I am congratulating President Tinubu on the second time in advance, because only on serious candidates will contest under PDP. Enjoy your day, sir. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Mr. John.
Thank you. Well, your video, Mr. John, regarding your thoughts on the matter of PDP.
Hello, good morning. Babadi Dayo from Mukeho.
Thank you, my brother Abimbola, and I pray for both of you, your friend, Dola, that is going to be well with you, and the peace of God will be with you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
The PDP day of tear gas, look at how low some of our political and heads of government have descended in Abuja. They acted just exactly like folks. It's a pity. The honorables behaving dishonorably. How honorable are they? Who can and who will call these people to order and sanity? Like my usual prayer, God save Nigeria. On the matter of insecurity, I don't think Nigeria is serious at all, neither ready to end insecurity. Why do I say this? The list of sponsors of terrorism is produced by the United Arab Emirates years ago. Former President Jonathan said Boko Haram members are in his administration, and nothing has been done hitherto. Some powerful people, they claim responsibilities for massacres in some places in Nigeria in the past, and nothing is done about it. Deborah Samuel was stoned to death and burned to ashes openly in Sokoto, and the criminals, they dance on the street of Sokoto without anybody bringing them to book. Are we serious at all? Are we ready to deal with insecurity? Are we ready to deal with terrorism? Drastic and bold steps should be taken by the government to address this issue. We shouldn't wait for external help to do the needful. What are we considering at the expense of lives of people, innocent lives? What are we considering? Is it political gain? Is it what is it? God, save Nigeria. Thank you. Aridado from Okeo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. 070-5555-1985.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Genesis from Aguari.
You too, sir.
You see, I want to react from the issues of crisis in people. You see, Tinubu should give warning to Wike, because Wike is want to cause a lot of problems in this our country, but people doesn't know. Look at now, PDP, Wike hasn't many good laws for PDP at all. He just want people, the prominent people in PDP to take up to APC so that Tinubu will win 2027, so that he can remain as a ACT minister. This is what he's doing. Look at people who are loyal to him in the river, the House of Assembly there. They were APC. So and then they are loyal to him. So he wants every member of PDP to become to APC. That is what Wike is want. Not that he loves PDP. Those who have a lot of PDP in mind, let him allow him to develop the PDP so that PDP will become the opposition party. Tinubu should be warning Wike, because what Wike is doing now is very, very bad in this country. It's very, very bad. Every way is Wike. See what he did in the River State. Take local government secretary at least. Nobody tell him anything. So is him. Can only one tree make a forest in this country? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, we have another commercial break, and we'll just use the opportunity to call it a day on the program this morning, and then we'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akombi. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy your day.
Conversation.
Motor where you dey drive, you need confirm protection, no, for your engine, no. Keke make a mobile, make it mobile, oh, make it mobile. Anywhere you dey, your motor deserve to be number one, yo. Make it mobile, oh, make it mobile. You carry the go, make everybody join me, say, make it mobile.
Make you go with the best.
Make it mobile.
If person ask you, say, wetin be the game where they totori you pass, you go tell them, say, na Betano all the time. Don't go dull yourself, make you follow, join for the ogbonge betting options, fast cash out, missions where they engaging, and get welcome bonus wey fit reach 200,000 naira. Betano, the game don't start. Make you the bet responsibly. Now only for people wey don pass 18 years. Betano na proud partner of Aston Villa.
Ball, I beg you get change. I won't give customer.
I don't get to. Get First Money Merchant POS. Let customers pay with cards and never miss a sale. Don't let no change cost you sales. With First Money Merchant POS, enjoy fast payments, instant settlement, and secure transactions. Visit any First Bank branch or sign up on www.firstbanknigeria.com/get your POS to get yours today. First Bank, you first.
Oluyole 98.5 FM.